Well, hello, Arlarnia. Hello, Sassy Cat. And yes, I'm still alive. I'm talking to myself because my microphone wasn't on. Yeah, I think you're filling me full of fluff. Good to see you. You're just checking in before you go to movie night. How are you? Good to see you. Okay. 220, huh? All right. Who is... Oh, you and your daughter? Nice. I'll just clean out your place, man. You guys are ripping me off anyway. So that looks good. Veggie plate meal. Someone said that. So how was your day? You have a good stream? From what I watched, it's pretty minimal. Well, that's good. How is everyone? Well, I can't speak for everybody else, but I'm doing pretty good, I guess. I don't know about everybody else. Oh, Dark's fixing a machine. Sassy Cat's playing the Minecraft. And he's just not getting into Animal Crossing for the day. And got clothes in the dryer. Doing laundry. Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Dark_3RD_dimension says, well, it's time now, moment of truth, and see if it has fixed the problem.
You had a rough day, so my friend came around and we watched Black Adder. Never heard of Black Adder. I'm gonna fly, baby. I'm gonna go to Harv's place. That wasn't a cat yet. That was a Joltik. The image is still off. No refrigeration required. If I open this jerky, this sucker better be going in the fridge. Consume within 3 days. How many are in here? Alright, let's do it. Screw it. Let's see what's in here. Oh no, I ripped the top off funny. Now I can't open this bag. Syllable my sandals. Now Arlarnia says what? Oh gosh, it's funny. It's an old British comedy from the 80s, 90s which had Rowan Atkinson in it. You wouldn't get away with it now, my. All these little pepperoni things. We'll try one of these. Oh wow, that's actually really good. Dude, I gotta buy me a dehydrator just so I can make jerky And pepperonis. Oh my god, that's actually really good. What makes this a fake or a real? Is it that fancy red dress? Hi there, Mama Bear. Oh, that thing's got some heat to it. It's a fake. There are no trees. Trees are missing. That's a fake. This one's a fake because they didn't have a necklace. Yeah, this is a fake. It's got a necklace, man. You trying to rip me off there, Red? Oh, did I write that? Darn it. Oh, and I got a fake painting. Crap. I just made a connection. The dodo from the game is playing. Oh, maybe. Why did I got so much heat? Only one carb. How much protein? Oh, 5. Man, I need a lot more than that. That's the whole damn bag. Wilbur. Trainwreck bread pudding. Yeah, it's Wilbur and yeah, John Kennedy was great. And Orville. Try this one now, Orville. I think many times in cartoons and things like that, names don't change. They just use whatever's common. Good memory. That's pretty crazy. Well, this game came out after the movie, so I'm sure they probably took it from the movie. Wait, is this number 4 or number 5? Darn it. Yeah, before Disney screwed Lucasfilm over. Now, Disney's animated stuff before they worried about super political correctness, they were really good. They're movies that were fun and didn't have a care in the world. Kids were kids. Nowadays, kids aren't kids. Kids are political toys. And I firmly disagree with that comment. What was your favorite Disney cartoon? There's a question for everybody. Favorite Disney cartoon? Let's go, everybody. Spit it out. And yes, you can all say Lilo and Stitch. Bolivar? I don't know if I know this guy. The Lion King's good.
Dark_3RD_dimension says, The Lion King or The Jungle Book.
Ooh, Lion King.
Dark_3RD_dimension says, King asterisk.
Oh, Scar? Yeah. Just a cuffery. Oh, you're going with up? That was a good one. In a nearby ocean. Oh, I gotta actually swim out and find this sucker. Oh, Jesus. Okay. hold on. I'm gonna read this one. Today, well, you sound like you're having a bad time altogether. Jesus. This little pep's got some little heat. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, society doesn't work like it's supposed to. Well, it's not your fault. Really not your fault. If you're having bad luck, it's not your fault. Unless, of course, you went in that house of demons and vampires and they told you not to. And you went kicking around old cans or whatever, and then it's your fault. You waken the spirits.
_3RD_dimension says, back from Mass. I'm surprised the auto mod didn't catch my genuine typo in my first answer.
Oh, the kink? Yeah, it'd make a great furry film. Yes, that is true. You have to laugh. And you probably will cry. It's hard this year listening to, you know, everybody this year's things. Whatever issue anybody has seems to be compounded 10 times over. It just seems like everything is so severe. And it only seems that way because everything else around us is so in a chaotic loop. With all the uncertainty going on in the world, all of our problems get compounded 10 times over. Yar. And I think the hardest part about the whole thing is everybody's having such hardships and nobody's in a position to help because of all the hardships. It's like everybody just got kicked in the teeth all at once. Probably the best way to explain it. Like something had happened in the world and everybody got kicked in the teeth at the same time. And if it wasn't this for you, it was that for him and this for them. You know, it just like here's a kicking. My name is Mud. Oh, premature fistulation. You know, I've probably heard that. Yeah, everybody wishes they were 20 years in the past. I'm willing to bet if we could all go back 20 years, everybody would do something different. It's almost like we would all learn from our mistakes or the mistakes that everybody else makes, and we wouldn't let it happen again to us. Like, I mean, I wouldn't have done anything different with my life. I loved every moment of it. I might have been more, I don't know, frugal, not so wasteful, been more, I don't know, it would have been more, like I would have never changed my life, you know, like for the nature of like all my friends, families, loved ones, things like that. But I think I would have changed things about like work, degrees. I would have done them in a different order. Like I definitely would have done computer science first. And I would have done things differently before COVID. To put myself in a better position financially, but you know, things like that. But I wouldn't change like who I am or who I met. I think I would have loved the simple things sooner in life. Yeah, because I mean, I can live with all these dead memories all I want. That's all they are, dead memories. Yeah, but okay, but hold on. See, that's a different one. See okay. That's more of a moral or a moral dilemma there, right? Because would you have really changed the person you are because people didn't give back? And to me, that answer would be no. I would not have changed anything. I would have continued to do. But I would have been more aware of, you know, like if I knew I was going to get screwed over, I wouldn't keep helping you repetitively. But I'd still help you. See, that part of me I don't think would ever change. It's kind of like the old saying, if you don't stand up for something, you will fall for anything. So you kind of, you know, in life, if you're going to be a person that helps others, and that's what you stand for, you're not going to change that. If that makes sense. Like I've given up a ton, you know, for loved ones and whatever, and now that I'm estranged and don't have, you know, that's out of my control, right? But I wouldn't have done anything different. Like I had that conversation the other day. I can't help it that my stepson screwed me over. He's still family and always going to be family, even though he's a major pain in the butt and you want to bury the kid sometimes. You know, he's family. And sometimes you have bad family, you have good family. It's not means I wouldn't have changed what I've done. You know, I'm still going to take care of people. I'm still going to do what I'm supposed to do. I'm gonna still do what my wife asked me to do. You know. Oh, okay, that one, yeah, bad relationship. That one I can understand. That nobody should get into, and that happens to a lot of people. But I mean, you wouldn't have changed like helping a neighbor or helping a friend or helping that kind of stuff. And we all have bad relationships. Oh, you aren't lying, sister. I thought I knew a lot of stuff when I was younger. And now that I'm older, looking back on it, I miss the world. I was the pretty face. And I missed a lot of signs. And then I had some bad relationships. And I had some good ones. And I had a great one. You know, I had one great one, and that's all that mattered. I had the great one. And I didn't take anything for granted. Yeah, there's that too. Sometimes you gotta have the bad to appreciate the good. You know, but sometimes you don't even notice the good right in front of you. Is the other problem. Like, I remember I was talking to my roommate. I took him to the airport or whatever. And he had been here, oh God, I'm not going to give his age, but closer to me than whatever. But he's been here with my wife since he was like a child. Since he was like 8. I've known him for 15 years. And like I told him, you know, because we were talking about it, you know, I said, well, what are your plans, you know? You want to live with me forever, whatever. You know, I don't care. Because you're, in as far as I'm concerned, you know, I've known you long enough, you're family. I mean, I've been, you know, an adult figure in your life. Not when you were a child, but when you were a young adult. And I've known you for 15 years, you know, that would never change. You're family, you know. Hey, Tiki Room bunnies. No, not my trusty fishing rod. I need to catch a red snapper. Dapper snapper. Well, we'll go make another one. But you know, family's an interesting concept, and it's one of those I don't think people understand very well. Because you have your immediate family, right? And that's fine and dandy. You know, that's like your parents, your siblings, you know, whatever, blood relations. But then even then, a blood relation versus an adopted relationship, they're all the same. Family is family, right? Well, in my opinion, some people don't understand that concept. But family is family. For some reason, I don't think that was right. Why do I think that's supposed to be wood or something? No, it's iron nugget. Okay. And then you have like your best friends who are like your sisters and brothers. You know, because I have a best friend who's like my sister, and I treat her like my sister, and I would do anything for her like like a sister. And then you have friends who are, you know, family or people that you've known forever. But the hardest thing I think for people to understand, yeah, and that's a lot of people, our laundry. A lot of people lately are in that situation where you have no choice, you know. And so a lot of people don't understand, you know, like the hierarchy of a family. And like I look at like my roommate, I've known him for 15 years. He's like family, and if I had to explain him, he's like a son to me, you know. And I'm not his parent by any means, you know, anything like that. But I look at him like, you know, I've known him since he was a young adult. Watched him grow, watched him, you know, whatever. It's, you know, I treat him just like I would any other of my kids or any other of my wife's kids, you know. You know, I made my wife certain promises, and I'm gonna keep those, even though there's no relation to me. I don't care. They're family to me. All right, just 'cause I'm 2 inches to the left. But like, I wouldn't have gone back. If I'd go back 20 years, I think I would have changed the order of my degrees. I would have definitely taken computer science first and got into that field. Accounting I may or may not have taken. I mean, I love accounting. It was fun, good money, just too much BS. You get way too many people who've got bad attitudes and, you know, want to bend the rules and think they know everything, right? Is this a bear mask? Oh. Oh, I don't know if I want to do that. Now I look like a furry. In tights. Kind of cool though. Go red snapper. But, you know, I'm happy that I met the people I did. You know, I would still help the people no matter what. Those things wouldn't change. I wouldn't change my personality. Good Lord, that thing went so fast, I messed up again. Yeah, sometimes it's tough with jobs though, because you don't have the job security, right? Like, I mean, it's hard to leave a job. You know, it was tough too. Like, I grew up in an age where, like, I worked at Hewlett Packard, whatever, right? I would have stayed there my whole career. I would have been there for 50 years and not given a crap. But the world doesn't do that anymore. That stopped. That stopped in the early 2000s, and you didn't work for the same company. You know, it was the whole chance of, let's capitalize everything, get rid of pensions, get rid of medical, get rid of everything, you know, put all the costs down to the employee. There's a whole generation change in the early 2000s, you know, for capitalism, right? And I wish somebody'd go back and write the book on it and say, you know, this is where the Western culture shifted and everybody got hosed. You know, because it was a big screwing. It was a big grab your ankle screw you moment, you know. And I wish to God that people could see it for what it was. It was terrible what we did back then. All right, come on, man. Right, but see that's all capitalism, right? That's where there isn't enough funding for universities. And here's the other thing too. And I'm going to be blatantly clear on this statement. And of course, if somebody clips it, I'll probably get my butt in trouble because, you know, whatever political groups don't like hearing it. The moment we took and everything became, we were going to pay CEO salaries of six, 7 figures, no matter what. And we weren't going to spend the money. We pay more for the top end than we do the middle or the bottom combined. And for what? Half the people who are at the top can't lead. They're not motivators of any kind. They just know how to play the stock market. Or they know who to smooth over to get more money. But they're not good for companies. They're not good for universities. The education system, the research side, the education system, the medical field, and I'm talking like socialized hospitals.
_3_dimension says, it's still not working. Time to have a think since I just pulled a muscle moving the darn thing.
Well, I can tell you what they tell you on Layers with Lily. A hammer will fix anything. Might want to give it a good whack. But don't actually do that. And like, you know, medical, law enforcement, well, education. Those are areas you shouldn't cut just so government employees can make more money. You know, I'm not for that. And I'm a strong believer of, you know, equality, but you have to help the low end. And by that, I mean this. You have, and this is where I will get in trouble. We have a poverty line that every country puts and says, you know, if you're below this line, you're poor. You're barely making it by. Well, if we're barely making it by, why are government officials making 20 times that amount? If you want to fix the problem, you put a cap on government officials to 5 times that amount. So if it's $12,000 a year is poverty line, well, government officials only going to make 60. I bet you they fixed the problem. I bet you really quick there's all of a sudden jobs and things popping up and things for people to get out of being poor. I bet we fixed that problem because other people can't live. If you start capping what people can make at the top because they're screwing everybody else over, that problem will get fixed. You know, it was supposed to be a society where we help people grow and grow together. And I'm not talking about the ones who like hold themselves down, like the groups, you know, the self-inflicted violence with your own communities. That's different. That's you know, that's cultural, racial, whatever within your own segregation. That's self-inflicted. But I'm talking about, you know, you got a single mother who works 9-to-5 job who can barely put food on the table because of the poverty situation or how much she makes. Well, if you don't fix that amount and pay her a decent wage, you shouldn't be making 10 times that amount. You shouldn't be making that money because she is a person who is in your riding, who is struggling and poor, and you're living off the fat of the land. You're living off of her tax money. You're doing the wrong thing. You should rot. And they got a place for you. And I'm not going to get into the details or get into Dante's Inferno. You know, but they've got places for you. Because you're the first one who doesn't give a handout to somebody when they're starving and in need of food. But you're going to sit there and have a roast every Sunday while somebody's sitting outside starving on your porch. So bah humbug to you. You know, I don't play that game. And I guarantee you, if you start putting caps on government officials and certain employees, they learn really quick. Hey, let's start fixing the problem instead of BSing everybody. It's a crock. There's no reason that every house doesn't have a TV. There's no reason why every house doesn't have heating or air conditioning or whatever. It's BS. It's called capitalism, and we're screwing everybody to do it. And it's wrong. And I really wish politicians would realize that their jobs, you're not tenured. It's not a lifelong position, man. You should be able to get fired for being bad at it, and you should be able to lose your pension. It should not be a guarantee. All you have to do is get a government job, and you're set for life. And that's horse crap. $13,000 for that squat? You guys are killing me with these fish, man. But that's just Giggy's opinion. And you guys can say Giggy doesn't know squat. But man, if I was in politics, I'd be complaining. Get huge tax breaks for all these developers who are overcharging square footage of material. It's BS, man. Let people live. Let them earn some money and keep their money, for Christ's sake. What is wrong with your voice, kangaroo? Like you got a cold coming. Oh, and thank you for the coffee donation on the Ko-fi thing, by the way. I do appreciate that. It's very kind of you. I like coffee. Oh, I know what I was going to ask you, Sassy, if you're here. I need to ask you how you set up that app on Discord. If you're not here, that's okay too. Because I'll ask you again. You're probably in the ad break. Caught a horse mackerel. Holy mackerel. Holy mackerel. Holy mackerel. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy the space. Yeah, I try to keep the yelling at a minimum, but you don't do a lot of screaming here. Oh. But every time I prematurely pull on a fish and I knew it, and I'm listening to sounds. Ah. I think I'm still looking for a red snapper, right? Wait a minute. Am I? Hold on, I better look. Am I looking for a red snapper here still? What am I doing here? Catch a red snapper. Yeah, it's worth 800 points. So I'm looking for a red snapper. All right. So Sassy's off playing a game. Dark's out getting a sledgehammer. Alondria is winding down from her long week. Well, you didn't answer my question. You're not listening. That's BS. I'm gonna call you on that one there, Sassy. Hold on, let me just make sure you didn't type an answer in Discord. Nope, that wasn't you. Okay. Well, at some point you'll have time to sit and actually have a conversation with me, so we'll talk. When you're not so busy. Dude, I'm catching all kinds of horse mackerel today. Just put a ton of these in the bank. I'm sitting here sweating to death. Ooh, I almost jumped right into that fire. That'd have been a no-go. A no-go. But hopefully everybody had a good day. Or at least something good to eat. Of course, I went to the grocery store, bought a few things, and felt like I spent too much money. And I tried to buy everything on sale, but for some reason a sale doesn't seem like a sale. Nothing good to eat. Should have had a hot dog. Make life simple. Well, maybe you should get some. Hot dogs are great. That's what I'm gonna have tomorrow. I got a whole bunch of hot dogs on a buns, and you can do all kinds of things. Like you can lay a piece of cheese in your bun, microwave it really quick, throw a hot dog in there, no mustard, ketchup, and you got a cheesy dog. Yeah, but you have to eat. You can't have a... I do the same thing. I forget meals, but you got to eat, or at least snack. Like have something good that you like to snack on. Like today I was going to buy some squares. Assorted squares. And oh my god, they looked really good. Except for the price tag. And then I forgot to buy the stuff I needed for my brownies. So I'm going to have to go back. But I'll cook those in the week. Then I think I'm gonna make a pasta salad tomorrow. No, we're low on food, so it was something icky, but I tried to make it a little better, but at least it's small. Okay, you're gonna have to define icky. Is icky like something that has mold on it, or is icky something that's expired or nobody likes and you have it in the fridge for some reason? Plain. I think bland is the word you're looking for. What's plain? Bland. Well, bland is normal for... See, that's hit down. See now, hold on. Bland, except to an American person, is normal. Americans like to put all kinds of seasoning and stuff to dummy up the taste. But a bland steak with salt and pepper is still the best steak. You don't need all the seasoning. So, God, darn it. So a steak with salt and pepper, 7 minutes aside on a barbecue is ideal. Oh, you can get a grill pan. It does the same thing. They make ribbed skillets that have like a griddle. You can do the same thing. I mean, you can even do it in a panini press. I mean, whatever. They you know, whatever sears lines. It doesn't have to be a barbecue. It can be electric. 7 minutes aside is all you need. Don't get me wrong. I am a mean cook. My friends call it posh nosh when I cook. But I'm on a lot of meds at the moment while they work out this fibro thing, and they inhibit my appetite. So I feel like these food shake type things when I'm not eating. So yeah, like a supplement, like a liquid supplement thing. I do that. I take Boost all the time. Or what I do is I stock up on drinks that have a lot of calories. May not be the best for you, but you know, I'm getting calories. No, and I don't have a barbecue anymore this year. Mine's so old I gotta buy another one. I have to change what I'm doing this year. I don't even think I can't even cook a steak because I can't eat the whole thing. God, I'm never gonna get the fish I want. Oh yeah, you can get plenty of stuff. I was on smoothies for months because of this, because of my stents I had in my throat. So I totally understand, like, smoothies. You can get tons of nutrition. And I was getting 1,000 calories a smoothie. And they're like, how are you doing that? I'm like, well, if you put enough crap in it, you're going to get it. But by God, I was going to get better. And then, you know, fibromyalgia. Hold on, I got to look that one up just to make sure I got this one right. That's the one where you have pain, right? Has anybody ever thought of going to like a naturopath for fibromyalgia? And I don't mean, you know, they can't necessarily cure it, but like a naturopath can get you on the right track so your body is right. Like a cleansing type feel, which can help in certain situations. Has anybody ever tried that or thought of that? And some people swear by naturopaths, you know, like they're really good. And I'm not saying believe in hippie medicine or whatever, but you know, there are people who believe that if you can get your body healthy nutrition wise, a lot of the other symptoms kind of go away naturally. And I'm a strong believer, you know, because when I was eating smoothies and doing things while I had the cancer, I felt like that was a really big help to get my, you know, because I always said, oh, your blood works great, you know, nutritionists can't find anything wrong if you're low on this, you know, like I had a good balance, right? Like everything was good. So it was like my body was like a clock, right? Like everything worked, and I felt good, and I feel good today, you know. Pain and fatigue, muscles ache, joints burn. I feel like I'm wearing a lead suit all the time. Right. So yeah, but is it something where, like, say for example, an increase in vitamin C will help? Because vitamin C is a natural healer for your body. You know, is it something where, you know, more potassium helps because it relieves the muscles, or more vitamin zinc or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like if you go through and somebody looks at the blood work and says, okay, well, let's try to balance you out a little bit. You know, because a lot of times we tend to say, oh, let's just throw medicine at everything. But if somebody said, well, let's look at it and try to do this and balance out some of the, you know, your levels, if that doesn't help better. And I'm not saying that it will, but I'm just saying, has anybody thought about that? Because sometimes that's a big help. Are you kidding me? So when you had a higher what? Like, so they did try to balance out your nutrition at some point, is basically what you're telling me. So then there is some truth to that. They just couldn't get rid of the... You felt better when you were on high or something, obviously, but you still had the fatigue. And pain. And see, but then they could have managed the pain maybe easier. God, man, these ocean fish are kicking my butt today. Like, had you kept up with the food. You know, no, I'm not saying I know anything about medical. I'm just, you know, kind of just having a conversation. I watch too many of those doctor shows, you know. Like Scrubs or House or whatever. or ER or Grey's Anatomy. Or come on, what's up with the bad fishing today? You're making me look bad, Giggy. Like watching Sassy play Fortnite, for Christ's sake. See, he told you she wasn't listening. Busted. Oh, no. You can't come in now after I already talked about your skills. You weren't listening. I caught you. You just barely out the corner of your ear. No, busted. You think you heard me. You was wrong. You still didn't answer my Discord question. Right, but how about vitamin C? And how about oh my god. There's something somebody told me to take. Not wart. St. John's wort or something? No, there's something else there's some stuff that eases pain. Or what about like CBD or CBD oil or something like that? You didn't answer me about Discord. Oh, you tried that and that didn't work? Oh, why in the hell did I put that in the outdoor one? They're open. Dude, I just screwed myself. Wait, what? Oh, man, I would have made 10 inside. What am I doing? Jeez. Totally wasn't paying attention. Why does my game feel like it's choppy? No, it looks alright. Come here, big guy. You better be my red snapper. Get this over with. Man, I got 2 big sea bass. Just come on. I hate trying to do a simple quest and can't have the materials. It drives me nuts. But that's alright, we'll learn, we'll get better. I think. I don't know. I don't know. Let's craft a fishing rod. Eat another pepperoni. Have some willpower, not eat this whole bag at once today. Oh, that's hot. No, I'm talking about you're using an app that says MEEE6, and it's automatically, when somebody's logging in, it automatically says that so posted a message or something. I want to know what that app is and what you had to do to set that up. Like, does it auto announce when somebody logs in? Does it, you know, goes live? You know, that kind of stuff. And if so, how do you set it up? I think Elder uses it too, but I'm not sure. I think he told me the name of it once, and I can't remember. I noticed it was popping up on my screen all day today when we were doing whatever. Crap, where'd that go? Yeah, it's like running with serious heat. Yeah, I'll have to look into it. Well, I'm gonna need more beverages. I bet I can't drink like 10 coffees a day. Probably get me in trouble. I mean, internally, it'd probably really screw me up. Thank you. God, man, looking for that one fish sucks. Well, let me sell these fish and I'll go out to the island. And we'll just putter. Yep, you can give me 5,000. That's all I got. Oh, the clock just rolled over. You kicked me out of shop? Wow. All right. Well, I didn't get to do anything today. All right, let's take the boat, Captain. Sassy Mama Bear's asking you a question. Oh, I got my 1,000 back, huh? What do you think about that, Nookie? You old crookie? That looks kind of boring. Need the grass, though. Got tulips. Nothing fancy. Maybe just some fruits. Fruits of me labor. Poor blimey. Ooh, a cardboard bed. Oh well, another recipe wasted. And what the hell, let's shake the tree. We'll pick up cherries. At least we'll sell something today. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change my name in game to Governor. Everybody call me the Governor. What you doing, Governor? Yeah, the old British style sounds good. Let's do it that way. And that's from like Dragon Quest. That I like that term. We're gonna put our back against this tree. Oh no, it's the money rack. I screwed that up. Ah, one short. Screwed that up. Oh.
Dark_3RD_dimension says, or Chief.
Man, I'm not too fond of Chief. I got called Chief a lot when I was younger. Because people thought I was native, and I'm like, no, wrong. Well, I got called other terms too, which I can't say, but there were a lot of things when you were a young person people would call you. We really don't fly. Oh, what the hell is that? Oh, I can't get there fast enough. Well, that was a long name for you. Holy cow. Viscountess, a laundry, the feline of light in the bucket. That's a huge title. Good lord, what were you on? Game of Thrones? What? There's a stink bug sitting right there that I'm looking at. There is too. Totally not paying attention. Man-faced stink bug looks like my uncle. Ah, set in the times of King Arthur. That'll make sense. Yeah, I always liked a good realm setting. Faerun got pretty boring pretty quick for me, though. Of course, those of you who don't know Faerun, I'm not going to explain it. Everybody should know about Faerun. But I actually preferred Dragonlance over Faerun. And it was really weird too, because when I was growing up, women didn't play Dungeons and Dragons with the boys kind of thing, unless there was something seriously, I don't want to say not normal, but you know, there was kind of that stigma or whatever, you know. But you know, but it made the boys look cool. You know what I mean? Yeah, but being somebody who's, let's see, well, hold on. Being somebody who's in the science field doesn't necessarily mean not normal. right? See, if you're going off of societal norms that women are supposed to be this, nobody would be normal if you weren't Marilyn Monroe. I mean, Christ, you know, women were supposed to be these perfect Stepford wives, I guess would be the thing, you know, be the perfect housewife, you know, robotic, pleasure your man, do whatever, you know, that was the norm or what society dictated. That's not normal in any world or realm. If that makes any sense. So that's not normal. So for a lady to be in the science field or medical, or in medical, I mean medical non-nurse, you know, or politics or bankers or whatever, or lawyers, you know, that's not normal in any traditional crazy view of what women should be. And thank God women aren't all trophy wives, you know? I mean, God forbid. Not to say men don't like looking at 20-year-olds all day. I mean, that's just their broken mentality, but it happens. That's why they make, you know, for ladies, they make, you know, God, I almost said Liam Neeson. I was thinking Thor, not Liam Neeson. Well, Liam Neeson works too, I guess. Right, and those are, you know, but that was normal, right? You wanted the girls to be pretty, right? And that's that whole, there was a whole decade, centuries. You know, women had to be pretty, they had to be this, they had to be that, you know? So the girl who's sat in there reading all the books, book smart, you know, educated, scholar, you know, science, you were wrong. No matter what you did, you were in the wrong, even though that was perfectly fine. Some of the best researchers in the world in science have always been women. But, you know, growing up through the 17, 18, 19, 20th century, that was all wrong. You know, I don't know if it's getting much better now, but yeah, and see all the terms too, like freak, geek, loner. Those were unnecessary titles that we put on people that made no sense. My kid's an odd duck. He's an ugly duckling. He's a or she's a bit odd, you know. It's like, why? They're still your kids, plain Jane. Yeah, why did we you know, why did we create a whole where we put everybody down? It was like our parents put us down like all the time, you know. I always hated getting compared to other people's kids. I don't care what other people's kids do. I'm not their kid. I'm your kid, you know? It's like, who cares what they kids do? I don't care if they got straight A's and I didn't. I was on the sports team. They were stuck doing nothing. I was playing with friends, you know. I had fun. I was in the chess. I was on the chess team. I was the second seed on the chess team. I think I did fairly well. I remember the one kid who constantly kicked my butt. I couldn't beat him to save my hide. Didn't mean I didn't try. Oh yeah, exactly. I got compared to the same Japanese kids all the time, and I'm like, yeah, but they don't have a life. You know, they're puppets. They're robots. You know, go sit behind a piano and play all day. Go do this. No, screw that, man. God. Sorry if I was a little rebellious. Your nickname is Homely? Oh, that's brutal. Today, that one's brutal. Homely, I think the word homely. Okay, to me, homely is a good term, right? Like, I'm a Cancer, so I'm a homebody. To me, homely isn't a bad thing. But that term back in the day, oh my lord, was that brutal. When you look back on that term was pretty rough for people. That was kind of like the whole ugly duckling one, right? Like, wait till they break out of the shell, and hopefully one day they, you know, grow a pair and look cute, you know. You know, but hopefully they didn't come from ugly parents. Yeah, homely was a tough term. That was like the term nerd too. Nerd was a devastating term for some boys. You know, because today nerd is a great term. Back then, nerd was like, you know, you weren't ever getting a girlfriend. You weren't doing anything. I got called nerd quite a bit, actually. What is that? What is that picking up? What is my camera picking up there? This? No. What's this? My hat. But today we're all past that. So we've all graduated from terminology. Wow. Yeah. Ooh, that's pretty brutal. Yeah, there's always that weird brotherly sisterly conflict. But I don't know, like I look back on my life and a lot of times I think I learned a lot of my stuff from books. Like I spent a lot of time reading English romanticism. I feel like I learned a lot about life through older books. How, you know, growing up like peasants and things and you know, Japanese history and medieval times and learning things about how to treat people. Like you didn't like certain things, so you're like, no, I'm not gonna do that, you know? Little rebellious little goth. Yeah, me too. I love me some goth music, let me tell you. I loved me the goth club. Can't go wrong with some Bauhaus or Peter Murphy. You know? Catch 5 bugs. Crap, man. Not doing it. Oh, wait. Something else just popped up. Yeah, I sold it up 2,000. What did I sell? 2,000 grass? Now you want me to sell 3,000 grass. Weeds. Oh my god, I need another 1,000 weeds? That's gonna take me months. Well, I'm glad I can help you unwind my channel. I like when people can come hang out and relax. It means it's nice and cozy and chill. That's the plan. Oh, that's a paragraph. Hold on. I became very reclusive. I was friends of all the other rejected people. We played chess and were in an orchestra. My eldest brother was angry because I went to college and we barely made it through 10th grade. Tried to get me in trouble with the other girls by lying. He even started the hit homely girl during our gym. I don't get along to this day. I tried to treat others better than they treated me. What instrument did you play? Good thing I bought that stuff at the shop before they closed. I didn't realize it was so late. Cello. Okay. Land of Misfit Toys. I didn't get to buy any clothes today. Hola. llamo Gigi. Yeah, most people don't remember the golden rule. Or they don't understand how it works. You don't believe people are born to be mean. That is true. Oh, well, now I don't think I have a 4-ball tee. Or a hello tee. Hello. I love you. Won't you tell me? I don't have KK hip hop. We're down to the Wario hat. Crap, I can't pay that off tonight because I can't make enough money because the store is closed. Wow, I did not think that through at all. I bought that stupid kimono thing for $220. Oh man, that means I'm gonna have to do it tomorrow. God, Lord, good Lord, good Lord. We're gonna have to do that tomorrow. We get the frustration out. Let the anger out. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, when my wife passed, I lost my entire world all in one fell swoop. Everything I knew got thrown on its head, and now I don't know. I really feel like I'm lost. I don't know where anything is anymore. I'm missing somebody. Where's the octopus guy? How come I didn't see him today? Was he sick? Audie's house. I talked to her. Who's this one? Why can't I block the door? Oh, you have a bird bath. What are you doing, octopus dude? Oh, he's cooking something. What you making, buddy? Fruit salad? Oh, I almost bought fruit salad today. For some reason, I was hankering a little fruit salad dish. Yeah, I'm totally making a dish tomorrow. Man, I've got a pasta salad kit that I've just been dying for. I think I'm gonna make, but I'm also gonna order gravy. Okay, I can. Yeah, let me. All I can say is you gotta just. There's a reason why we put one foot in front of the other. Yeah, let me sum it up really quick because it was really hard. Lost her father a year before. Lost the cat. Lost my dad 6 months before I lost my wife. Lost the dog 6 months after my wife. Became estranged with my stepson who moved out of my house because he found a new woman. Got her pregnant, getting married, whatever. So my grandson, stepson moved out. I haven't seen either in a year, over a year. And I'm the bad guy or whatever because I didn't sell my house and give them money. All kinds of nasty things were said to me, and it was like, wow, okay. And I was like, you're kidding me, right? Yeah, so all of a sudden I became alone, and it's kind of a weird feeling, but it's tough. But all you can really do is put one foot in front of the other and just, you know, hope God guides you, right? Because, like, losing my partner, my wife, my better half, whatever you want to say, it's hard because I feel like my direction is gone, right? Like, because when you're happy-go-lucky, you're in love, you're walking down this path, right? And all of a sudden that path stops and you're at a cliff. And it diverges, or there's now two paths. You know, you don't know which way to go. You don't know what to do. You don't know, you don't have the guidance. But all your hopes and dreams that you had and places you guys were going as a couple just get cut off at the knees. And now there's nothing out there planned anymore, right? So it's kind of like, huh, you know, no longer doing this, no longer, you know, moving here, no longer doing that, you know. So it's kind of a different scenario, and it becomes a whole new mindset. Man, I'm gonna need a haircut because I am losing so much hair. And it's tough. I mean, there are days I get up and, you know, my focus is like, well, what do I do today? Or what do I do tomorrow? Or, you know, what can I do? So it's tough. So I get it. And, you know, and it's, and I think the hardest thing for me, and it plays in my head repetitively because I watched the deterioration and it was so rapid. You know, because she was in palliative care at one point, and it had gone. It's really hard to watch somebody go from a fully functional human being to an invalid. There are certain things a daughter, a son should never have to do for their parents, or a wife or husband do for their spouse, or something you have to do for your kids that you should never have to do. And when you have to step in and take care of those functions and whatever as the other person, it's one of the hardest things I think I've ever been through. You know, to watch my wife go from not being able to walk, not being able to feed herself, bathe herself, do whatever, and all of a sudden you become that person and you're doing everything you can and there's no light at the end. It's you know, it's a straight downhill, nothing you can do, but you're going to do it because you're human and you care and you love, and that's what you're supposed to do. Like, you take care of it. The scorpion's going to totally eat my face right here. Can't see him bowing up. Can't hear the hisses. And pow! Gotcha, buddy. And so it's tough. I mean, it's tough. And then, you know, you go and I feel like the medical staff, they don't tell you the full truth. So you're kind of living in that, you know, you've got this egging thing of hope that something's going to change or get better. And then they tell you, oh yeah, you know, you got some time, enjoy the time that you have, which don't ever tell somebody enjoy the time that you have when somebody's palliative care. That's like the worst saying ever. Because I went from, oh, you got 2 weeks to you got 2 days. You're lucky you might have 2 hours. And then you try to manage kids and grandkids and, you know, everybody living at your house, and you're trying to take care of everybody, and you're the only person doing it. You're the only breadwinner, right? And then, of course, if you don't have all your affairs in order, then you're the one paying out of pocket. But I would have never done anything different. And I documented everything. Like, I sat there and, you know, we'd talk, and I kept a journal. And some of the things she said came to fruition. You know, with the kids, some of the things, you know, she warned me about, or, you know, because we would have lived somewhere else had grandson not been born, you know. But kids make mistakes, and, you know, you get pregnant, and life is life. But it doesn't make the days go easier. And it's probably because, too, I'm like one of those hopeless romantics, right? Like, I grew up fascinated, you know, about knights and, you know, princesses and, you know, all the medieval fantasy stuff, and you want this beautiful storybook ending. And then my storybook ending is, oh, you've had cancer as long as your wife had, you know, and you're getting a chance. And you're gonna do it all alone. And that's a great storybook ending. One of the hardest things to ever do is go through it alone. It's tough. You know, because I look at it like, you know, when she was sick, my grandson and I would make her get well soon cards and everything. Yo, I didn't get anything. I didn't even get anything for Father's Day. Didn't get mentioned to a birthday. Didn't even get invited to a birthday. Didn't get open a single gift for Christmas. You know. Yeah. My stepson, or, you know. Yeah. Boy, I got people rolling around in their graves not happy with life, but out of my control, right? Nothing I can do. It's just embarrassing. But yeah, sometimes you go through life alone, and it's just the way it is. Everything itches, buddy. You got some fleas or what? Oh, you do have fleas. Hold on a minute. You have fleas. Hold on a second. Can I swat this guy? He's itchy as crap. Gotcha. Yeah. That dude had a flea on him. I haven't seen one of those in forever. That's like an achievement thing. Yeah, I only need 5 more. You little flea-ridden rodents who live in my town. You feel better, Doc? But yeah, so, you know, life is tough, right? I mean, but you have to be positive, and you got to think forward. Like, I look at, like, you know, like, I have my wife's wedding vows that she wrote hanging on the wall. And her biggest thing was she had 2 men in her life which meant everything to her. It was her father and me. And then, of course, our grandson. Those are the only people she ever mentions, right? For men in her life. And her father was such a lovely, charming man. Very, very, very well brought up. Very good man. He was a godsend. He was a great person. And I remember she'd always say, you know, I'm very much like him. And I was like, you know, okay. And I could see some of it. You know, and it's interesting too, because I guess I'm a good person, but sometimes I'm a little too humble, and I try not to think of myself as what everybody says, right? But I am a good person. And, you know, I don't know if that's a, you know, religious way of growing up or, you know, growing up going to Sunday school, whatever, whatever. Well, you seem like you get more stuff at Gladys. And it's interesting because, like, the relationship I had with my grandson was the same relationship her son or adopted son had with her dad. And of course, you know, now that's, you know, tarnished and ruined, but it's kind of an interesting... Crap, whose house? Is this Agnes's house? Here it is. Gotta make sure I talk to everybody. But it's kind of one of those... It's sad because that relationship got destroyed by her son, stepson, or son, whatever, adopted son, whatever. And everybody's saying be zen. I thought we changed that. I like that. Instead of thank God it's Friday, it's Thursday's gone, I'm flying. That's actually cool. I should send her a bed. Man, I'm ranting. I'm all over the place now. My brain is totally effed. But yeah, like, her and I would have long talks. And they were great talks. About life and people we loved and family. And she was very much like me or vice versa. As far as our growing up and things that went on in our life. So it was really hard. Yeah, when she's gone, it's really hard for me because I don't have the direction or sense that I used to. All right, Sassy, you go have a good time. Yeah, I'll go pick up your 5 spirits. But, I tell you what though, my phone, it haunts me. Because my phone goes off and says, oh, it's somebody's birthday or somebody's anniversary or somebody's this. And man, that's like, you know, it's like that reminder that I program in, but it's like sticking yourself with a knife every time. It's tough. It is tough. There are certain days when that goes off, it's like, oh man. And all the memories flood back, and it's like, did I do the right thing? Did I, you know, it's, I think the hardest part too is trying not to, like in your situation, my situation.
Elder Wolf 569 says, Night at Sassy Cat.
Is trying not to blame yourself for the loss or something that you couldn't do, right? Like, I think that was one of the hardest things. Like, I blamed myself, and I still blame myself that it should have gotten better or something I should have done more.
Elder Wolf 569 says, Murder Mr. Big G.
Well, happy birthday, Mr. Elder Wolf. Oh, no. I'm good, Arlandro. It's just, you know, I'm just kind of venting and talking at this point. But you know, it's... And hopefully it's helpful to those people who want to hear, you know,
Elder Wolf
need sympathy.
569 says, Tankies.
Yeah. In celebration, we'll just have some biscuits and gravy for you. No, I'm kidding. Well, no, I'm not kidding. I'm actually ordering Popeyes tomorrow. I'm going to have some nice potatoes and gravy.
Says, jerk.
I'm going to give me a nice 2-piece dark fries, mashed potatoes and gravy, biscuits. Oh, yeah. Then I'll sit here and eat it on stream. That's what I'll do, buddy. Florida East Coast. Hey, how's it going, man? It's been a while since I've seen you. How are you doing? Still doing good with those videos. I'm loving the train ones.
Dark_3RD_dimension says, fixed it. Best part is, it was a config issue and I didn't really have to move the printer, but the Z belts did need to be redone at some point.
Oh, it was a configuration issue? Crap, my net busted. Darn it. Good. Glad you're doing good, Dylan. Been a while. But yeah, but you know, everybody goes through life and has to suffer, you know, like loss and whatever. God, I remember when my grandfather passed, and it was one of the weirdest. I didn't know he was sick, right? And for some reason, nobody told me, and I don't know why nobody told me. So one day, I'm out working, you know, and I have to go out by his place, which is 2 hours away, to pick up a boat. I had to drop off a boat because I worked at a boat store. So I was delivering a boat to a customer. So I tow out this boat to this guy's house or whatever, and I said, "Oh, I'm gonna swing by my grandparents because it's 5 minutes away. I might as well stop by and say hi." So I go in to stop by to say hi, and I didn't realize he was in his deathbed in hospice care, right? So I was like, "Oh, what's going on?" You know, and then my grandma tells me whatever, and he falls over in his bed, right? So then she's like, "Oh, could you pick him up and straighten him out and put him back in this upright position?" And I'm like, "Sure, I can do that." I put my arms under his back to help lift him up, and that feeling of bone with just skin and the smell of, I don't know, I guess I'll say decay. Man, that never leaves. That smell and scent and it never leaves. And it's like one of those holy crap. You know, it's just like, wow. And that image has haunted me probably forever. Like, I can't get rid of the smell. If I smell anything close to it, it just... yeah, wow. It's like, oh. I'm gonna keep the flea. I keep the Atlas moth too. But yeah, it's crazy. That one's crazy. But oh boy, I'm just ranting now. All right, let's change the subject. Let's get back to catching these wisps. Otherwise, everybody will go off and we'll all be crying in their sleep later. Gonna catch more tomorrow. Right on. I'm glad you're still doing it, man. I do enjoy watching them. I'm glad you're still doing it, and they're turning out great. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, the Florida East Coast Railway production, he does train spotting. He does a lot of shorts on train spotting, which I think is really cool. If you've ever watched a YouTube short on train spotting, it's really cool. It's a really neat thing. Something peaceful about it and exciting at the same time. Do I have 4 or 5? 4? Probably not over here, but we're gonna chill. Yeah, but keep up the good work, Dylan. You're doing good, man. Nothing in my orchard there. Make sure I don't miss this down here somewhere. Yeah, anytime. Thank you for popping in, man. It was great. Yeah. I'll keep watching the videos, man. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. Good seeing you, too. Oh. Yeah, sorry. I thought, smoked the wrong guy. Check over here. There's the last piece. Yeah, good night, bud. I hate when it does that. I chop the wood. Let me just water these flowers too really quick. Dance party, alright. Yeah, but life is one of those situations too where it's short. Enjoy the time you have with people. Enjoy life, you know. Love, cherish, be kind. And forgive and forget, man. The squabbles and the hatred, keeping grudges forever, just never does anybody any good. And some things are always unavoidable. I want something new every time. You really gave me some cans, dude. Are you crapping me? Ah, it's a bunch of paint cans. Okay, that actually looks kind of cool. Darn it. Like, I really wanted that. Come on. Ugh. And I gotta get another 150,000. Oh, boy. Better go do our dance party. Exercise time. Group stretching. Let's go. Bum, 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 bum. It's always so fun for some reason. I don't know why, but it is. Like, all right, let's stretch. And I always think it's hard too for people when you find the love of your life. It's tough. And I think a lot of times too, people in relationships, you tend to become complacent, and you may not show the other person affection, or you may not, show the person or enjoy the time, or it just becomes like, every day, whatever, right? But people just have to, love, care, be affectionate, enjoy the time. Let them know you care. Let people know you care. It's the way it is. You don't know what you got till it's gone, right? It's like that old Cinderella song, right? And how true is that? No, he didn't ask me for pigeon milk. But, yeah. Crazy. The wall is way too dark. Oh, he's got two different color walls here, too. One is green and one is tan. Wow. I like it, but interesting. Bump, bump, bump. Oh no, I want to see that painting. Put that giant sculpture in here too. I bought that fake one. Oh, you didn't put it up yet. Oh, there it is. Looks good. Either way, man, these old statues that people carved thousands of years ago. It's crazy. When you think about it. Customize items, change your look. I can change my look, no problem. Cook up at the store. Well, let's go change our look. Let's get rid of this beret. Go get a hat. So Sassy went to bed. Yummy took off. Dylan's gone. Slow night. Alright, let's see what we got here. No, I'm a shorts guy. Something about that Nook hat, I just love it. I do like this tulip hat too. But I got a new tank top, I thought. What's this? It looks like I didn't have the 4-ball tee. Oh, it's a relay tank. Ooh, a V-neck sweater. God, I used to hate V-necks growing up. And then as you got older, it was like, oh, well, V-neck's okay. Man, I hated them growing up. Well, I thought I bought more bags than that. Oh well. Thought I bought more. Buy some recipes. I got enough money. Yeah, it's actually his birthday. Where would I put a thumb? put a fountain. Up, Chucky. I guess you can break. Uh-oh. That's a yawn. I'm melting some sugar.
Dark_3RD_dimension says, is it just me or does the music in this game sound like the soundtrack to Buddy the Elf?
I don't know. It's a good question. I'd have to... But Buddy the Elf would have come after. $30. I don't even know if I have a drinking fountain. Well, that's a good question. Can I make a drinking fountain? Technically I could. Hi, Disaster Crafter. How are you? Thank you for the lurk. Thank you for checking. Are you online right now? I gotta check. Hold on. Nope.
Disaster Crafter says, no.
Yeah,
Just paying bills.
yeah, I was just checking. Just paying bills. Speaking of which, I got one sitting here I gotta pay too. Alright, where was I? I gotta make a fountain or something. Stone and a shovel. I don't even know where I would put an outdoor bath. I have to build. I need some outdoor furniture. Well, we could do bamboo benches. A blossom viewing lantern. Oh. Crap, did I give that guy... Did I get a scallop today? I might have to go do that. Wait. Fruit salad, there it is. One of everything. That's funny, like all of a sudden my allergies kicked in. Yeah, all of a sudden my allergies kicked in. Eyes watering and everything. Oh my lord. I need some sugar. Oh yeah, I got a whole bag full of treats over here. I just haven't. Ooh, maybe I'll have this Nutri-Grain bar. I'm looking at this sucker. Yeah, this won't be too bad. This is a strawberry one. We'll eat this one because it's not too bad on the carbs. I don't want to have too much for bed, right? Mmm. That's actually tasty. Oh, it's tasty. I mean, not great for you, but like a Fig Newton. Just enough to tie you over. Uh-oh. That's pretty funny. Who doesn't like a good bag of crisps? Spike my blood sugar just a little bit. Sometimes a good little snack though, get you right going. That might be a good point. But then a handful, doesn't hurt because you can't go to bed on an empty stomach. Otherwise your metabolism gets all screwy. Like you need to have a snack before bed a lot of times to keep your metabolism going through the night. Or your body's burning it off, so you stay lean or whatever. Penguin bar. Oh, this guy's fast. But I'm faster. And tomorrow it's gonna rain all day. It suck. If it rains all day, I may just stream all day. If it rains all day. Well, let me check the weather again. Yeah, it's gonna start tonight and go like crazy. Rain heavy through the afternoon, die down in the evening, but it rain all day. And be a wee bit chilly. What the hell is that? I'd fire that dude. When is Mother's Day? Sunday? Better remember to call my mother. I will forget and I will get in trouble. Oh crap. I can't believe I don't have that game on. Who's doing the dropping? 669 569 695 569. Yeah, there it is. Perfect.
Elder Wolf 569 says, watch out doing hot stuff.
Well, I think Hot Stuff went to bed. I'm just fishing or deep sea diving, whatever you want to call it. Deep sea diving. Trying to get enough money to pay off this debt.
Elder Wolf 569 says, was talking to you, sir.
Oh, that's nice. Deep sea diving. When is your boys versus girl challenge coming? Can't remember. It's pretty soon though, isn't it?
Elder Wolf 569 says, I'm an equal opportunity flirt.
Yeah.
Elder Wolf 569 says, May 29.
29. Okay. Oh, you little split on me. Let me catch you, and I'll catch the other one. Damn, he did it to me again. Oh, I had him too. Gotcha. Finally got you. Ninth of May. Bum, ba-da, bum, 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 bum. Finally got a firefly. Sweet. Or because my chair is in the way. I can't see. All right, let's go make a little bit of money. $37, huh? All right. Oh, it's like highway robbery. All right, what do we got left here? We got 50 something to drop off. 53, it's 100. I need another 100. Oh, I got a cut on my finger. Oh my god, that hurts like hell. Alcohol burn. Oh, I got a cut in my finger. That sucks. Alright. So we need another 100,000. We gotta do another 2 laps, 3 laps of fishing. Or deep sea diving. Alright, let's do it. Ad break. Lobster came right into me. Gotcha. Can't get away from me. Oh. Great break. There he is. Left me a pearl? He didn't leave me a recipe? I wanted a recipe. What am I finding like that? Ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Mini's not here, dude. Wow. I should order one of those like margarita pizzas tomorrow. Chambered noodles. Dubsy Mo. What's going on, Dub? How are you? How are you? Your check-in's not working. Oh, I don't know why that thing's not working. Playing Palia, nice. There we go. Got out there for you. Oh. Just fishing up some money or deep sea diving for some money. Thank you for the alert. Thank you for the alert. Look at man, the sinus kicked in. I'm good at my sinuses kicked in and they kicked in hard. Yeah, you kind of have to just sell the pearl. Give me 91. Need another 100. $91. I've got 51. There's 140. Need at least 60. Oh man. Wow, I'm getting sleepy. It'll rain all day tomorrow. All right. Well, Let's see here. Do we want to make another pass? What do we got? You kind of need to harvest. Probably pick up all the crops. Probably shouldn't collect. I'll do this tomorrow. There we go. Finally got a crab tonight. Taking him so long. Can't make any money without any crabs. a glow squid. Ow, hip, 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 hip. Ow, good lord. Good lord. I want to dislocate my hip all of a sudden. Oh, crap, man. There's times when you just sit in a weird position. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, Gigas Clam. There is some money. Oh, that's kind of good. A couple clowns make some money. pitch. Great pitch. The red stuff. I've got music playing in somebody else's channel. God, he's so little in his chair, man. You should order a smaller one. Or get a good butt cushion. Let's go. One more? Alright. I swear I gotta get better razors. Alright, sell our stuff. Do this for 12 grand. I sold those tomorrow. Maybe we're 16. 55. Let's be at 146. I have 50 something in my bank. Do it. Oh, I'm short by 5. But I can easily get that tomorrow. Huh. Oh, octopus is fast. I don't know what the deal is with some of those, man. Did you catch that? What the hell of a... Wait, but wouldn't the guy get gone second base be out? don't get that. That makes no sense, man. I don't understand how that play works. There we go. Halfway. Really use some Gigas Clan. Big money, baby. Pum, 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 pum. Oh, that was a nifty little trick. You tried to cut back on me. Wait, did we clear the corner? Crap, we did. Alright. Cleared the corner though. I should have cleared the corner already though. Wi-Fi is booming. Where am I on the map? That's a nice looking burger. Billy. Ooh. Three for me, baby. The 200? Oh, I think it is 201. 202. Yeah, we did it. At least tomorrow we can pay off our debt. Oh, how am I getting my lenses dirty? I didn't touch them. Alright, folks, that should be it for today. Get some sleep. Be back at this tomorrow. Got the money to pay off the debt coming. That's 51 in our pocket. We'll go ahead and call it a night. Thank you for watching. We'll see everybody tomorrow. Hope everybody has a good night. All that fun jazz. Eat something good. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Get these knots out of my hair. Fuzzy. All right. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.